We are here today to discuss one of those sections in the Bible. Sound very religious when I say in the Bible, but it is in the Bible. The name of our hero for this week is Pinchas. Pinchas, he did something last week that doesn't seem to be require a reward for that. He saw a woman that's using very powerful black magic, and through her sexual influence, she could have eliminate the entire nation of the Israelite. And she was looking for Moses. She couldn't find him because Moses was busy being humble. And when you're being humble, even your killer cannot find you. And then she found the head of the tribe of Shimon, started making love to him. Pinchas break into the tent, kill them both. 10 miracles happen. Please read about it on Google. He put the sword, they lift them up in heaven. The sword never break. He stopped them exactly in the right place. The description is dramatic, scary. And after he did that, the whole tribe of Shimon, who happened to be strong men, strong women, came to kill him. He fainted. Then he died. His soul left the body from fear. And 2 other souls jumped into his body. And he was basically resurrected. And God said that this guy named Pinchas will get my covenant of peace. So seem harsh. Seem really harsh. Really harsh. Why does it seem harsh? Because it's almost like the Bible, the Torah, is giving okay to bring justice into a situation that it seems like there is injustice. And God doesn't give him the covenant of justice. God gave him the covenant of peace. The word peace in Hebrew, it's called shalom. Shalom has 2 meanings in Hebrew. One meaning, peace. Second meaning, completion. The question is, why? Why a gentleman who killed 2 people for all the right reason, getting rewards by the divine? What's so special about this act that if you and me will do it, of course we will go to prison? And second, it's wrong to kill. This is not talking about warning or separate them. We talk about eliminate them, kill them. The act of killing. The act of killing. And a lot of people who take the Torah or the Bible, words to words, can sometimes use it. And when they use it, they believe that, all right, maybe I can kill. Maybe I can just, when I feel something is against the Bible, let's kill. There's many fanatic religious people that in the name of God now killing, stoning, burning, torturing, abuse. I never saw God came down from the mountain and say, I'm going to give them the covenant of peace. And I feel bad for them because they believe that they can be like Pinchas They're doing it for the justice of everybody else. They want everybody to be zealous follower, great follower of the Creator. But it seemed like only Pinchas get that reward. Every time somebody's doing something in the name of justice, there's no reward. Here we go. Pinchas, you're getting rewarded. Question is why? And I want you to answer if you have any idea, those of you familiar with the story. So I need to give you a background story about Pinchas, who he was. Pinchas was the son of Elazar. Elazar was the son of Aaron. Aaron was the first high priest. His son named Elazar. He had few children. One of them is Elazar, one of them is Nadav and Avihu, Aaron. Sorry, I have to drink. It was a hot day here in LA. So, Elazar has a son named Pinchas. Elazar married a woman. She was the daughter of somebody who worshiped idol. So Pinchas will always make fun of. He's maybe on his father's side, he's coming from Kohen. On the mother's side, he comes from people who worship idols. So nobody ever saw a destiny for him to become anything. After this wrong act of killing, he became the leader of the Kohanim. He became the leader of the priest. He became Eliyahu Navi, become Elisha the prophet. What do you think about it? What's your take on that? Sit with yourself for a second. How do we swallow it? How do we digest such a thing? God never told him to do so, by the way. I want to make sure you understand. It's not that God, like Moses, commanded Moses and said, go ahead and do it. Another question, where was Moses at that time? He's the leader. He's supposed to tell if to kill or not to kill. He's usually asking God. God say yes or no. And then they take it from there. You cannot just come, wake up in the morning and say, this person is not spiritual enough. Get rid of him. It doesn't work like that on the spiritual journey. So what is going on? Anybody have any idea? Please, I give you 60 seconds. Give me a chance to drink water. Tough question. Well, how many of you think life is fair? How many of you think life is exactly where it needs to be? Now, this POV of what life is depends a lot on what your belief system is. They say that if you're looking to get approval from human being, you always stay confused. If you're looking to get approval from your maker, from the creator, from the divine, you always stay focused. Do you ever think about it? Let me say again. If you're looking to get approval from humanity, from human being, you always stay confused. When you're looking to get approval from the creator, the divine, you always stay focused. So, where is Pinchas in this picture? The Israelite, who are they? Chosen people, right? The chosen people. The only people that the divine decided that they will be representing him on this physical planet. How do you like that? Like it, hate it, against it, agree with it, disagree with it, bothered by that, not bothered by that. Let me tell you, who cares what you think? It's a fact. It's a fact. If I care what you think, or somebody care what you think, then they worship you. Did you know it's a fact? You don't? Then you gotta look back, those of you who believe, towards the chosen people. Let me tell you, I'm adopting 50 kids. I choose only one to be the chosen. How's the other 49 kids will be? They have two choices. If they believe in me adopting them, then they believe that I chose these chosen kids for a reason. If they don't believe in me, then they will hate that chosen kids. Now you know why there is hatred in the world? Not because people hate somebody, because people hate the divine. If people who love the divine will believe in the divine, how can you hate the chosen people? That wasn't my choice. That's the divine choice. The brother of Joseph were not punished for selling Joseph to slavery. They were punished for selling the son of Jacob to slavery. You gotta remember that, people. If you want to start your spiritual journey today, you gotta start to ask yourself, what does your belief system look like? What is your religion, spirituality, something, self-help look like today? What do you believe in? Do you really believe that there is divine? Let's start like that. Now it can go yes or no. There's no gray area, my friend. Gray area means no. Let me help you. Do you believe in yourself? If you tell me, well, sometimes, no. Remember, no. Is the omelet came out okay? I make you omelet. You ask me, Eliyahu, how was the omelet? Well, it's bad. It's either yes or no. People who love the gray area is people who are embarrassed to say no. Pinchas were not from the chosen Kohanim, he wasn't not from the chosen priest, and then he became the most important Kohen and priest. Don't you think it's about time we will know why? And then because we know why, we will know how to turn my life around. Wherever in my life I don't feel I was chosen to find the soulmate, I was chosen to have the right money, I was chosen to be happy, I was chosen to be strong. What is about me? What's going on? I want to change too. I want to change too. So I will be chosen. What make heaven Almighty, God, the divine, choose some and not choose the others? Is it something that you got to do? Is it something that you got to change? Is it like a plastic surgery you have to do? What is it that we will be chosen? Or the second option, to follow the chosen people. Who are the chosen people? They call them the Israelite. Who are the Israelite? Are they referred the Israelite to the Jew? We don't know, because the original Israelites were Jewish. But after the destruction of the second temple by the Roman and sending the original Kohanim to where? Very good. To the city called Jerba in Tunisia, in North Africa. That was the last step of the Kohanim. One family went to Libya, and from Libya they went to Pekin, to a city called Bet Jan. That was the city where the grave, not the grave, the cave of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Why am I telling you all this? The commentary said, when there is a situation of sex in an inappropriate way between a woman who holds the magic with her purpose to kill the entire tribe, Kanaim Pogimba. There is a law, it's a Jewish law. Kanaim Pogimba. People who are knowing the law go ahead and hurt those two people and separate them in whatever condition, because if that sex will keep going, everybody in the camp will die. Pinchas was able to save everybody in that camp in the desert. The question, what happened to Moses? Tell us Rashi, Nishtakha alacha mipi Moshe. Moses couldn't remember what's the right thing to do. And when he couldn't remember, it's not because he forgot. Couldn't remember because sometimes God take away your memory so somebody else will take the credit. Many times, there's a mistake you do. It can happen in sport, you do a mistake, so the other team will win. You do a mistake in a certain way, so other person will win the prize. Life is like this, it's beautiful, and you shouldn't be jealous. Because if you believe in the divine, if you believe in the higher power, then the higher power wants that to happen. And if the higher power wants that to happen, why wouldn't you be happy about it? It's not about that you should be happy for your neighbor. That's not the number one requirement. You want to be happy for the divine choosing whatever is the best for this universe. Because we don't see the big picture. We see our individual picture. Pinchas, my friend, representing a person that don't care about what human beings think, but very much care about human being. I repeat again. We talk about the individual that care very much about people, but don't care what those people think about him. How many of us are busy what people think of us? You're walking in a supermarket when we used to walk, and you're busy how people look at you, what they like about you, what they don't like about you. This is not connected to the divine. This is not connected to the divine. This is connecting to the body consciousness, meaning that you are only care how people see you. Like we read about the spy 2 weeks ago, that they say we were so small in the eyes of the giant that we look like a grasshopper. Why would they have to say that they look like a grasshopper? That they know from the POV of the giant how they look like? Because they were too busy how people think of them. And when you are too busy what people think of you, you cannot develop anything in your life. You no longer focus. But if you focus on your relationship to the divine, like King David, who wrote in the book of Psalm, there's one thing I'm asking you, divine, just to be in your palace, in your chamber. That's what King David asked in the divine. My friend, this portion is defining if you are a truly spiritual person or you are following spirituality for the sake of people telling you, whoa, you are spiritual, whoa, you are going very high. I know so many people who talk down on themselves and say, oh my God, I'm not that good. Why you tell me that you're not that good? Because it's good for me to think that you may be humble? So if you're busy, look as humble as you want. In my eyes, don't you think it's an ego? Because you grab attention from my eyes? Pinchas was not like that. He didn't care. He saw a situation that killed the entire tribe. He said, I'm about to save my tribe. What about if it costs you with your life? Let it cost with my life. I'm not here to hurt nobody. I'm here to save. And if in the end it will be okay, it will be okay. If in the end the tribe will kill him, let him kill him. But he does the right thing. That's what Pinchas get. To be renamed this portion. Naming this portion after his name. Pinchas. That's the name of this section in the Torah, in the 5 books of Moses. Think about it. Now, I want to ask you something. How many times you know that that's the right thing to do, and you're sitting there calculating what risk you're going to take? How many times? And you know what? Smart. It's smart. Because you save your skin. But you're not going to save people. Ask yourself, my friend, ask yourself, who are you to yourself? Are you polite to people who can give you money? Are you nasty to people you cannot benefit from? Are you worship the divine or you worship human? Ask yourself that question. And make sure you get a real mentor that test you and tell you if you are for real or not. That's the story of Pinchas. That's the story of Pinchas. The question I have for you, there is few weird things appear in the scroll. Pinchas in this portion appear with the small letters instead of regular letter. Small letters, because within Pinchas, the letter U that represents Joseph, give Pinchas a second chance not to have ego with his action, to do the right thing. Last time, Joseph, he did the right thing, but was involved a little bit of ego. When God said, I'm giving the covenant of peace, the only place in the Torah that appears as a scroll, that it's a missing ink, purposely the person who writes the scroll remove ink from one of the letter Vav. Within the word shalom, meaning peace and completion, remove the ink and make the words broken. So the word shlemut, perfection, is broken. To show you that if you look for perfection for the eyes of people, it's empty. But if you're not busy, if you're good or you're not good, you're busy what's good for society, what's good for our global community. Everybody go to pray. Everybody want to be religious. What is the size of your cross? What is the size of your yarmulke? What is the size of the carpet that you pray on when you lean down to God? What is the size of your yoga mat when you talk to Buddha? Perfection. Perfection. I didn't eat sugar today. Perfection. I'm vegan. Perfection. Why do you think if you're vegan, you're spiritual? How stupid are you to believe in that nonsense? You think if you're vegan, you're spiritual? Are you out of your mind? Did you ever sit with yourself and start figuring out what spirituality means? Did you ever ask yourself the meaning of that word? Some people claim they study Kabbalah. Did you ever ask yourself the word Kabbalah, what does it even Kabbalah mean? People are out of their mind, sitting there and claiming that they are spiritual. Spirituality is when you start caring about our global community, but you don't care what they think of you. It was a big donor. It used to help us a lot. And I was talking very tough to him. He complained to one of my students and say, I don't get it. This guy Eliyahu, you know I'm a donor. He can upset me. I'm not going to give him the money. So that student of mine, God bless his soul, say, this is Eliyahu. This is our teacher. He's not going to be busy massaging your ego. He's there to help you. Whatever you're going to give the money or not going to give the money, he believes that's the destiny of God. That's not your choice. That's what he answered. So I called that student and said, how did you know? I never told you anything about me. You don't know anything. He said, Eliyahu, what is your name? I said, what is my name? Eliyahu. He said, it's written in the book that Eliyahu is Pinchas is the same. I said, I'm far away from being that, but I like the idea because I am adopted that approach. My friend, focus on the divine and you will never know confusion. Focus on people and you will be confused for the rest of your life. Please remember that. The covenant of peace that God is giving Pinchas is with the broken vav to show him that I'm giving him myself the covenant of peace. I am God giving it to him. Because he didn't care how he looked like. He cared what is the necessary things to be done for the entire tribe. I want you to start digging internally and ask yourself, when the last time you walk around without caring what people think of you? Now, if you don't care what people think of you, it doesn't mean that you're already there. Sometimes you don't care about society at all. And that doesn't make you don't care what people think for the right reason. Even don't care for what people think of you has to be for the right reason. Because sometimes people don't care about people to begin with. They don't care about nothing but themselves. That's not spiritual. It's when you care about people, but you don't care what they think of you. I hope you understand the big difference between the two. In another section in this scroll, the word Magefa, plagues, have space. The scribe removed the whole ink from there to show you that this portion has within it a secret to remove some plagues from our life. Not only this section. Chukah do it. Many sections in the Torah are in charge of healing. This is one of them. For that reason, I encourage you to call us, ask Debbie or myself, to send you at least 11 Pinchas Zohar or Tikkunei Zohar or any Zohar that you can share it with your friend on this week. Without you care what they think of you. Stop thinking what they think of you. When you approach spirituality to people, you approach spirituality. If you're busy what they think of you, then they already think bad things about you because they're feeling your doubts. Why Pinchas? King David write like this: Me'ashpot yarim evyom. God loved to resurrect the poor people from the garbage. When a person feel that he doesn't deserve anything, but in the same time he does everything for society, those are the people that God enjoy to work with. If you feel bad about yourself, God will not rise you above. If you feel that you are nobody, but in the same time you care about society like you are somebody, then God will raise you. If you're sitting at home and say, I'm a loser, I'm a nobody, you're not going to get an elevation. You only get an elevation when God see that you think about yourself nothing, but you do everything. King David with Goliath, wow, with Goliath. Did King David for a second thought he would ever be a king? He was the most known beloved son by his father and by his brother. He didn't look like a king. That's what God loves. God takes those people that have no chance, no hope, ever, in their mind, to become whatever they become, and He raised them. Sometimes I'm looking around and I'm asking myself, why am I blessed? Why do I have blessing in my life to teach you Kabbalah for free, to teach you Zohar, to teach you deep Kabbalah from Talmud, Sefirot, 10 luminous emanation, to teach you Tikkunei Zohar? Why me? Why am I chosen? Can I tell you why me? Because I don't ask why me. I know I'm the last person to teach it, but somebody got to do it. I'm looking around and I don't find any longer teacher who can teach the real Kabbalah. What you want me to do? Sit? I'd rather sit. I'd rather rest. But I'm not. Every chance I have, we put the camera on, and you know how hard it is to see a camera, and that is my student for many months and many years. Take a book and start teaching. Why? Because it's required for people to know. Baal Shem Tov raised a question. If in any moment you want to ask something, it's this lecture, I want to have it kind of that you can interfere with question. If there is something that I miss or didn't answer, do not be shy to ask, okay? It will not bother me at all. So if you don't care what I think of you, do it. The Baal Shem Tov asked, how can Pinchas act with judgment and reveal mercy? And the Baal Shem Tov answered that when you raise your consciousness to the highest level, what the highest level is called the Ein Sof. Those of you familiar with the Ein Sof, the endless. In the endless, the good and the bad are no difference from each other. There's no judgment or mercy. Mercy and judgment are the same. Only when you come down to this physical world, there is a difference. So that's why, how do you connect to the true mercy, to the true judgment, without connect to negativity? Very simple, say the Baal Shem Tov. In this world we have external and internal. The external connect to the body, showing off, and the internal connect to the soul. When you are busy only with the external, what end up happening? You give charity to be liked. You help the old lady to be appreciated. You do things for the external. So even your mercy and your goodness has within it judgment, as within it left column being receiving. And the Baal Shem Tov give an example. When a court judge a person for something negative that that individual did, is that considered judging and a judgment, or is it considered mercy? Well, depends where they came from. In the old day, the court used to be very special people. When they judge someone, they judge because they want to help his soul. So they came for mercy. Even it seemed like it's judgment, they came for mercy. So it's not about what you do. Life is not about what you do, it's why you do what you do. Stop looking to the what and look into the why. Nobody knows what's going on in your head. I can never tell you what you're thinking about when you did that. When I talk to my family, we are busy with a why. Why? I want to know why. Once I know the why, then we can correct everything. But if you're busy only with a what, you did a good thing. What do you want me to say? You gave charity. You help the poor. You give food. But depends if all of those things were just doing good and wonderful thing without limitation. One day this goodness without limitation will be giving money to people to buy gun and kill each other. That's also giving. When giving has no boundaries, then that giving will go to the klipa, will go to the dark side. Pinchas found the exact balance between mercy and judgment, and by doing that he removed the angel of death from the camp of the Israelite. That's what Pinchas did, my friend. That's what Pinchas did. That's why he lived forever. He became, after this, Elisha the prophet. Elisha the prophet became an angel. And Elisha the prophet, as we all know, those of you who don't know who he was, became a person that basically traveled all over the world, shifting to different shape of human being. We never know who he is or what he is. I believe I met Elisha the prophet 3 times in my life. One of the first time I met him was in Uruguay, in the middle of the night, Thursday night, 11 p.m. He came across as a poor man. And he wouldn't receive charity from me. He wouldn't receive nothing from me. Then I beg him if he can receive a bread for me to bless me. Then he say, okay. I beg him to receive. He said, of course. And he blessed me. On that Sunday morning, we drove to Buenos Aires. On Monday morning, I was 45 minutes away from the bombing in the embassy, the Israeli embassy in Argentina. You think I help him or he helped me? As I always tell people, when you give charity, you think you're saving somebody or you're saving yourself? Stop thinking. For that reason, the judgment and mercy depends on the why. When you judge people because it bothers you, it's judgment. But when you judge people because it's bothered them, it's bad for them, it's mercy. That's why if you elevate your conscience to the Ein Sof, to the endless, you're always in mercy, you're always good. There's no difference between judgment and mercy. The people of the court in the old days in the Bible raise their level to that level of consciousness when they are understanding that there is no difference between judgment and mercy. That's what Pinchas is, my friend. That's what Pinchas. And I would like to maybe ask you a question before I share with you the section in the Zohar. Where are you in your life right now? Are you making any breakthrough in the last 5 years without lying to yourself and to me? Let me repeat. Are you making any breakthrough? And I know I'm not supposed to sound unmotivated, as my team always tell me. So please don't tell the truth all the time, just motivate them. I don't want to motivate you. I want to wake you up. Any breakthrough in your life the last 5 years? Any crazy doing for this world to make it a better place to be? Did you join any group that's making different in the world to make it better? And make crazy things with that? Or you just kind of let me write you a check. Let me help you a little bit. How many of you make a move that you go for all or nothing, like Pinchas? You're not going to see the true essence of your being, the true essence of your purpose, if you're not willing to jump in. Try to imagine a boxer who's hesitating to box and to punch. How long will that individual will last? Think that you have a bagel store, and I'm asking you, is those bagel okay? And your answer would be, I'm not sure. When are you going to jump like Pinchas? Are you stuck in a terrible marriage right now? Are you? Are you stuck in a terrible marriage where you're cheating on your wife or your husband, but you stay there because you ain't Pinchas? You're just living your life day by day. No, you don't have the guts to live. Well, because I have to pay the rent. Stupid. Stupid. You're killing your life. Make a move already. Make a move. Do something with your life. Make a move. Make a move. Don't wait. When you walk to my house, there is a sign. The sign say, do not be afraid of change. Be afraid of not changing. If somebody today will tell you you're such a dumb, stupid, lazy, non-spiritual person who didn't even move an inch since I met you, will you hate them? Or tell them, wow, thank you so much for caring enough about me to tell me what I need to change? Me and my son was a hanging picture in my new healing room upstairs. I told him, what's wrong with you? He turned around to me, said, don't talk to me like that. They're no longer 5. On Friday, before I blessed the wine, I told him, thank you for that. So what do you mean? I said, thank you, I need it. My wife was looking. After all, I'm the father. I'm supposed to give him strong education. Why did I compliment him? Because what he did was good for me. I don't know if he came from the right place. That's all my business. But it was good for me. I need to hear it. I needed to hear it. My friend, make a move. Make a move, please. Make a move. Move to another city. Move to another country. Change your marriage. Change your business. Enough. Enough with that. Waiting for something to happen. Nothing gonna happen. It's just gonna get worse. Please, please. Just gonna get worse. And if you don't know how to do it, then just book appointment with me. I will guide you step by step how to change. I'm the master of changing your plan. That's what I do for many years. Make sure, step by step. And don't book one appointment just to try it. Book few appointments so you know where I'm taking you. Then your life will totally change. Otherwise, you're not going to be Pinchas. You're going to be like Balak and Bilam, the last week portion. You know what Balak and Bilam stand for? Bet Lamed and Bet Lamed. You know what it means? Bilbul, confusion. That's what they stand for. The Zohar in verse 464 say Vayar Pinchas Vaikach Romach. Pinchas took a spear or a knife or a sword. Call it Romach. Mara. It said that Pinchas saw, and then he took the knife. What did he see? Did he see the meklav? He didn't see the meklav, they were inside the tent. Umishiv Ra'amem. He saw the letter Mem flying. She was flying. האות הזאת הייתה עפה. The letter Mem was flying. What happened if you see the letter Mem? Well, let it pass by. Say, hi, Mem. Like the letter M. It's passing by. What's the big deal? Od zu, this letter, is Siman shel Malach HaMavet. Is the angel of death. אשר המם רוצה להיבנות עם עוד ו' ועוד ת'. Once the mem coming, the mem is looking for another 2 letters. Vav and taf. Together, mem, vav, taf mean mavet. Mavet mean death. תהיה צירוף מוות. מה עשה פנחס? שהיה מתלבש ביצחק. Pinchas was dressed with the spirit of Isaac. אז לקח אותה מם וחטף אותה. He stole the letter מם from the angel of death. חיברה עמו, he let the mem join him. כיוון שראה מלאך המוות שפנחס חטף אותה מם עמו, מיד חזר לאחור. When the angel of death thought that Pinchas stole the letter mem, the angel of death say, I'm backing off. What does that mean? I mean, we're fighting about what letter? I mean, can you imagine that you watch Star Wars and you see the Darth Vader, is argument about what letter you stole from me? What is this? Mawatam. The Zohar asks in verse 465, what's the reason for that? Umeshiv. Mishum shepinchas kineh belibo. Pinchas was zealous for the name of God, for the name of the chosen people. Nitlabesh be'itzchak. Because he was so passionately and angry about it, angry about the death will come on the chosen people, the soul of Isaac came to him. And when you take the word Yitzchak, right? Yitzchak is 100, 208, which is like Resh and Chet. It become, if you take the word Yitzchak, it will become like 208. 208 is the letter Resh is 200, the letter Chet is 8. שכך עולה שמו, רש חט, וכך עולה יצחק. כיוון ראה אות מם מעופפת ברקיע, when he saw the letter mem from the angel of death flying, he stole it, חטף אותה, he stole the letter mem, חיברה עמו, he let it join his name, because his name now it's Yitzchak. Once he become jealous and angry and left column, he become Isaac. Isaac is גבורה, left column. What is resh and chet? Together with the letter mem in the middle become romach. What does romach mean? Spear or sword. Now we understand that he took the sword in his hand. כי המם התחברה עם הגימטריה רש חט שבשמו ונעשה צירוף רמח ויקח רומח בידו. Now you understand what the spear was. It wasn't just spear as a physical thing, it was a spear as a consciousness thing. Sometimes I see spiritual people who do whatever is comfortable for them. You know? Thank God. Today, we're for the first time a person in our house for healing, physical healing. They came because I do healing over the phone. But today, people from Malay start coming into our house, and it was beautiful. This weekend, we have people to come and pray and meditate with us on the Sabbath. It was beautiful. And I realized one of the things that I don't do well enough to my student, to my follower, is I'm not pushing them enough to seek how can they be spiritual without thinking about the benefit of being spiritual. Because true essence of spirituality is not when you're getting something out of it, is when your existence benefit everybody else. It's very important to remember. Now where also you see the letter Vav and Taf appear from the word death is in Genesis. When Eve was seduced by the snake to seduce her husband, it says Vatikach, Vatiten, Vatochal. It says she took, she gave, she ate, but they use the word Vav and Taf before each words. And I'm sorry if you don't know Hebrew, you can see it, but it's Vav and Taf spell in English. It will be like and she did that, and she did that, which is Vav and Taf, together with the mem of the angel of death. That's how the angel of death injected death for the rest of our life until the Messiah will come. What do we learn here? Something very important. My friend, we have a war against something much more powerful than human being. Sometimes we think human beings are smart or intelligent to fight that war against death or against the angel of death. We can't fight the war alone. We have to join forces with each other and to find how can we work together. But you cannot work together just to try it out. Let's try it out. People sometimes want to try out spirituality. You got to go all in. When you're going all in, you're going to do a mistake. I went all in with the wrong organization. I did. But I went all in. Did I know if it's the right organization or the wrong organization? I didn't. But I didn't care. Because you not measure with what organization you choose. You measure with what you do when you choose a certain organization. When Jacob went to the house of Lavan, he worked in the house of Lavan with a full capacity. He gave everything he could in the house of Lavan. Lavan was an evil man, but it doesn't matter. Jacob get benefit for that. When I work for an ex-organization I used to work for, yes, they abused me, yes, they cheated me, they did all the negative things. But so what? This is the best thing that God wanted for me. There is no mistake. And a lot of us are worried that if we choose wrong, or we choose the wrong leader, or the wrong teacher, or the wrong thing, you worry so much, you're never gonna go into anything. Some of us are worried if we choose the wrong relationship, then we're not going in all the way. Some of us are afraid if we're gonna make a mistake with business, then you're never gonna do business. You're gonna go all in like Pinchas. Don't worry of the outcome mistake if you do things for the right reason. When I joined organization in around 89 or 90, a gentleman was saying, wow, Eliyahu, you just start joining this organization 6 months ago and you're already giving all your life away, all your money away with 100% belief and certainty? How can that be? How do you do it? His name is Shlomo, good man. I said, Shloime, let me tell you, Shloime, I believe in myself so much, and I believe in the divine 100%. If this organization is good, I'm going to ride with this wave to heaven, and I'm going to make a change in the world. If this organization is bad, I either leave it, or I will try to destroy it. He looked at me and said, whoa, where you came from? I said, this is who I am. So when people looking for leader, you have to find a leader. And I will tell you, not everybody fit to follow me as a leader. If you have a little bit dust of lies within you, you're not fit around me. Not because I can't stand it. It's because I'm not a man who knows how to deal with people who are in the shadow, in the gray area. You got to be ready. If you're ready, I promise you I will take you so far in spirituality that you would not even know. Things that your soul didn't even experience last lifetime. Things that your parents or your teacher can never give you. But you got to be ready. And if you're not ready, don't tell me, Pinchas or Eliyahu, please take us to the next level, because you're not ready. If you want to play it safe, find another mentor, another teacher. But if you want to jump and say, you know what, after this COVID-19, I got to go all in. I'm going to call Eliyahu and ask him, Eliyahu, what are you doing? When are you going to Israel next? And I will tell you, well, I'm trying to do a trip to Passover. I'm joining you, Eliyahu. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm joining you. Stop with that doubts and fly with me. You fly with me, not by thinking what you're going to get. I saw some people this weekend who come to see me in front of my house, and the group was mixed. It was different type of people. People who came to connect to the light, and people who came to benefit. And people who come to benefit, I see you. And when I tell you I see you, you have no clue how much I see you. And if you have doubts how much I see you, you shouldn't be around me. Because I see your soul inside out. I see every line on your forehead. What you did last lifetime, what you're going to do next lifetime. So I see you. And if you come to ask yourself what you're going to benefit, then that's not spirituality. That's not Pinchas. That's, I don't know, that's Balak and Bilam. I hope that you're going to ride with me, join me, to make a difference in the world. We need you if you are for real. We really don't need you if you're fake. Go find another organization. There is so many beautiful fake organizations who will give you so much respect. Go there. They're great. No pressure, no problem. They're wonderful. But you want to join Vital to make a difference in the world, to bring peace, to make people love each other, then there is so much work we need to do. So much work, and I need each and every one of you, if you're ready to be for real. But you're ready to quit things that not nourishing you. If it's abusive relationship, let it go. If it's bad job, let it go. And stop thinking about how I'm going to make money. You will make money. First, cut the negativity from your life. Cut it. And then I will guide you, if you're called, step by step, to raise your level to the sky. It's very simple. My friend, if you have any question, that will be a wise and the right time to ask. I will give you 2-3 minutes to ask some question. But I will take a chance now to say hello to some people who are with us today. We have Karen, we have Marshall, Sarah Marshall, we have Emmanuel Avram, we have Camille, we have Faye, we have Nicole Alfie. Hi Nicole, I hope you're feeling good. Nicole was my first healing customer today. Marty Soroka, Jennifer Pinto, Des, Nathan. Nathan, I'm very proud of you. You're becoming a real spiritual man. God bless you. Nathan is less than 18 and he's rising like an angel. Okay? Keep doing a great job, Nathan. Michael England there, welcome. Susan Friend, I love you so much. And I hope you're going to give me a lesson how to take pictures with your camera. I need a lesson with that. Carolina, Andrea from Argentina, mucha bendición. Am I saying it? Lida Vega. I always do mistake with the name. Lida Vega, our speaker in Spanish from Mexico, from Polanco. ¿Qué pasó? Señorina. Eliyahu Jian, my daughter is online. My God, this is a nice compliment. Did I forget somebody? We have 760, which I think is Brenda Citron from Vegas. They just find out that I'm doing healing in my house. So I'm coming, I'm driving. And we have 404 from Atlanta, I think. So before I'm going into a deep meditation, and I want to tell you how much I love you, and I hope you scream to your soul, you love yourself with certainty. We're going to make a difference. We're going to find out to love each other, even if you find all the blemish with each other. You know, my father, you know, I grew up with a father who was an orphan. And my father born in North Africa, my mother as well. My father born in Libya, and my mother born in Libya. So when they came to Israel, they came poor. It was, I don't know how much you know, but Ashkenazi Jew and African Jew. So we were the African Jews. So it was a different, you know, for being what we call a Sephardic. You know, and Debbie looked at me and said, why are you going there? She gave me the face now. Don't go there. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there because I see that there is so much hatred in the street in the name of justice. I went through that when I was a kid. And I have to tell you, my father always told me they don't give me job because I'm a black Jew, because I'm an African Jew. And I always bothered by that he told me that. And I will tell you, whatever you feel that the skin of your color, the color of your skin, or your religion, or how wise you are, if people want to hate you, they're going to find a reason to hate you. You can't change that, guys. You can't change it. If you force somebody to accept you, if you force another human being to accept you, they're not going to like you. They're not going to like you. And this is something you got to remember. If you want people to like you, do what Jacob did with Esau. Esau came to kill Jacob. Jacob bowed to Esau, and he made Esau love him. We can't change opinion of people by forcing them to love us. If they're not going to love us, they're not going to love us. And that's one of the things I told my father, and my father thought I'm crazy. And I remember when they did give me a job, I went and I collect money. I went and I cleaned the street, by the way. My mother all day long used to tell other people, and she told all my family, you know, my son, when he didn't have money, he started cleaning street, work for the city, collect garbage. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. So you're going to tell me because my parents born in Africa, and I'm Jewish, so the people in Europe, the Jewish who came from Europe, didn't give me a job? Let it be. I believe in God and I believe in the divine. If the divine chose those people to punish me, that's what it meant to be for me. I'm going to find a way always to get in and to get upper and upper to the upper world. Stop worrying what people think of you because of the color of your skin or your religion. If they're not going to like you, it's not up to you. They're not going to like you. If they don't like your position at work because you're too rich or because you're too poor, you're too fat, you're too slim, you can't change it. You can change you. If you change opinion of people, you can't. There is a writer, a philosopher named Martin Buber. Martin Buber wrote a paragraph in about 16 pages, or actually 10 pages, about the preconceived notions of the young generation. You should read it. And he's talking about how to change opinion. You can't change opinion of society on you. If people think that I'm not good, I cannot make them think I'm good. When God make the Egyptian hate the Jew in Egypt, It was God's will. Please remember that if you want to bring peace. Pinchas was not worried of what people think of him.